Hi Collective, my name is Aruna from All Change by the Minute. Video time again. Wishing you all a happy new year, okay? Because, I heard this is the coming year. Yes, we know that, okay? Because last year was not about completion. That is the word that I heard. But 2026, we're already there. Even if it's the first day, okay? It depends how you are going into your year, okay? Yeah. But it is about completion. This year is about completing something, okay? And you know me and you know life, at least I hope, okay? It's all about cycle. Another cycle completed, another cycle until there are no awakenings anymore when you are, if you like to go to that level, okay? But it's not for everybody. Again, you need to be chosen, okay? Not my words, not my doing, okay? But you need to be chosen. And chosen is also to you to choose yourself. Forefront, I'm hearing, okay? For you to be in the forefront. Yeah, for you to be in the forefront. 111. And zeros, okay? That means, again, zero, ground zero, okay? Beginning from the scratch. And then another cycle will come and another and another. That's the one, okay? Completing that cycle. Again, it depends on what level you are in your own life, but don't see them as levels in the beginning, okay? And you won't be able to see them as levels. You will see them as I was seeing it, as a project, as a checkpoint. Yes, I did it. Another thing and another layer because your whole life is layered, okay? And as I saw 5-5 means change, okay? I saw two words, actually three words, okay? Cattle, oh my God, that word. Caterpillar into butterflies. Yeah. And actually it is from a song, but I'm not sure who, okay, anymore. But one of the R&B hip hop songs that my child likes, okay? I saw that on the television, okay? And I thought, oh my God, caterpillars into butterflies. That is what you're turning into, okay? Oh, and I saw the image of a lot of butterflies, okay? Yeah, flying. Whoa, that was nice. Thank you, God. Yeah, so you're changing your environment, I'm hearing. That one didn't want to come out. Ooh, purpose, okay, yeah. It wouldn't come into my hand, I meant, okay, yeah. Purpose, okay, yeah, purpose, yeah. Finding your mission, discover your true purpose and align your actions with your mission, okay, yeah. But every time when you are, because there are a lot of missions, okay, to complete, I'm hearing, to complete before, yeah. As I did a reading almost a year ago, and I think maybe a year ago, becoming one with God, okay? Last year, oh my God, a highly spiritual year. But a lot of people who are chosen, okay, they had a difficult time, okay? I know I had a difficult time, but no, you won't see that, okay? But from the inner, okay, you will go into the outer, okay? And I'm used to it, to do inner work, okay? But yeah, when it's completed, it's completed. When you have your final awakening, okay? There are no more awakenings, okay? Yeah. Don't let yourself be distracted. There are more and more and more awakenings when the final cut, when the final awakening will come, okay? But you will know that and you will feel that, okay? Yeah, you will feel that, okay? Yeah, you will feel that. That's why it is important for you to be in your mission, okay? In your purpose, I'm meaning, yeah. With, yeah, and that mission is, at first, you will think it is you. And that is right, actually. Because God starts with the people who are being chosen to start with themselves, okay? And the empath, you know what, the givers, okay, chosen to do God's work, okay? I know that for a certain, okay? And maybe you're not there yet. Again, it depends where you are, okay? But at one day, again, when you're choosing to do so, going more and more into those layers, awakening yourself, okay? But again, it's not your choice. You're being guided, okay? You are being guided. And let yourself be guided, as I will share that many, 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 many times, okay? Because when you're not knowing that you're being guided, even then, okay, you're being guided, but not knowing it with a conscious mind. Somewhere in your subconscious mind, okay, a flame, I heard, yeah. That flame is there, and that flame needs to be ignited. And God knows that. The universe knows that. Your ancestors, again, your whole team knows that, okay, yeah. But again, you need to be chosen, okay, yeah. Bit by bit. And that's why purpose, yeah. Purpose is here, okay, to guide you. The guidance is here purposely. That's what I heard. The guidance is here purposely, okay? So when you're changing from the caterpillar into that butterfly, that's not only one time, okay? It's like the phoenix rising, okay? Phoenix rising, you know what, okay? From ashes to ashes, yeah. And when you are changing into that beautiful, beautiful butterfly, guess what? That butterfly will die. Yeah. Short life, I heard. Yeah. Not for you, okay? I'm not meaning that, okay? Yeah. But what I'm meaning is the death and the rebirth. Death and the rebirth, okay? You will die a little. Yeah. To live a little. And then you will die a little bit more, okay? And then you will live more and more, okay? That's why dying, rebirthing, again, from the ashes, ground zero, okay? Yeah, the zeros and the ones, okay? Yeah. Binaire. Binaire. I'm not sure how to pronounce that, okay? Yeah. Numbers. Yeah, numbers, okay? Yeah. It's all about numbers, synchronicities, okay? It's important for you to see that, okay? And when you are seeing that, man, it's so magical. Yeah, I know. Consciously, when I did that the first time, okay, yeah. Again, years ago, yeah. But I know I did it, okay, yeah, I did it. The awakening will come for you to remember not only who you are at your core. Yeah, man. Whoa. But who you are, soul level, okay, soul level. And when you are igniting, again, that passion, ignition, rocket, I'm hearing, okay, sky, rocket, again, you are being ignited into the stars. Yeah, I heard. Into the stars, okay, yeah. Ooh, peep, peep in my ear. That means, yeah, right, okay, yeah. It's about you. And of course, it's always also about people. But when people are not gravitating, I heard, okay, and learning, what I want to say, learning with you, you'll gravitate. God, it's universal law, okay? It's a universal law that everything needs to be in balance. You need to be in balance, perfect balance, I'm hearing, okay? Yeah. But you will find your perfect balance in every moment, okay? In every moment when you are learning, when you're, I heard, driving yourself crazy. Do not do that, okay? Do not drive yourself crazy. No, the perfect balance will be there when you're believing in yourself, when you're changing, again, turning that caterpillar into a butterfly, okay? But it is a choice. So the scales must be balanced, what I want to say, okay? That's the universe doing, okay? When you're understanding that, you are cracking the codes of the universe bit by bit, okay? When you're understanding yourself, that you're loving yourself, highly, I'm hearing, okay, highly. And confronting not only people, confrontational, I'm hearing, okay, but towards yourself, because you are doing it for yourself, okay? And God is wanting you to do that because God is guiding you for you to be in the first butterfly, and then a second, and then a third. You will not be able, when you're going with that flow of God, okay, you will not be able to count the butterflies anymore. And that is the many, many butterflies I got as an image from God, okay? Yeah. Yeah. So you need to be there in every moment, okay? And you need to be daring in every moment. Yeah. Don't you dare, I'm hearing again, okay? Don't you dare, okay, to leave yourself. Yeah. Don't leave your heart. Don't leave your mind, okay? Don't. People will do that for you. And that's why when you are being guided into your own truth, okay? God's truth, the universal facts, yeah. Those are the laws, okay? Yeah. And people will not be able to go around those laws, okay? This is how the universe works, okay? And when you are able to ignite your passion, ignite that flame, okay? What is already burning within yourself, yeah, my Lord, yeah. Whoa. And maybe you're not at a final awakening, okay? But yeah, it's all about levels again, reaching the stars. Again, gravitating, I'm hearing, okay? You are gravitating more and more into the person you are, oh my God, the person that you are becoming. Thank you, God. Yeah, I'm liking that. Whoa. The person you are becoming, okay? And who you are becoming, and maybe not right away becoming one with God. That, again, that's a whole different level, but God is with you. God is the one who's holding your hand. Jesus is there, okay, yeah. When you are chosen, I know Jesus is there, okay, yeah. And the Holy Trinity, I'm hearing again, yeah. And see, another one will bite the dust, okay, and another one, and another one, and another one, until you have had enough of those people who are not working with you anymore, okay? But it will go naturally, okay? When you are solitude, I'm hearing, okay? And you know solitude is needed for you. Come back, I'm hearing. Oh my God. Ah. Your comeback, okay? Yeah. Your comeback, okay? Yeah. You glowing in the dark, as I did that reading. Yeah. Glowing in the dark, okay? Yeah. And I heard final destination, okay? Final destination. In a good way, final destination, not a horror movie, okay? Not bloody. People are wanting you to have a bloody life. Fireworks still. Nice. Yeah. And thank you for subscribing and liking on my short fireworks, okay? Yeah. Connection. And this is what you need to do, okay? Because you were connected at one point with the mind, the mindset that you had, okay? Or still have, but gravitating more into your own true, authentic being, who you are as a person, okay? Not the kind of person you were, okay? Because when you are diving deep and deeper and deeper, you will find yourself, yeah, being more authentic, being more true to yourself, okay? And that is what you need to do. So the connection what you had with people was connected to your mind, was connected not to your heart, because your heart wants something different, okay? But the mind, when that is in a lack mentality set, okay, that is the kind of people you will attract, okay? It is about your mind. And when the mind is poor, I'm hearing, yeah, when the mind is poor and not pure, whoa, that is the kind of person you will attract. And I know that, okay? I know that. And even though I didn't want all those people back then, okay, in my life, okay, and maybe I didn't know that they would not be in my life anymore. Talking about family, okay, yeah. In this case, a big, big example, okay? Yeah, some are still there, but the ones who are wanting to learn, okay? The ones who are pure at heart, who I can read as they are pure at heart. Because when you are not pure, my Lord, no, no, that's not the kind of connection you are searching for, okay? Your soul is searching for another connection, and those connection will be coming in, okay? When you are learning, again, to complete that cycle this year, okay? Completion of a big cycle, okay? Big festivity, I'm hearing. Whoa, yeah. It is for everyone a different thing, okay? Look into your own life, what it is for yourself. Look into your life, what you have been working on 2025. Again, it was such a highly fucking, I'm sorry, Jesus, fucking spiritual year. It was so, my Lord. Yeah, it was heavy, okay? It was heavy. It was a heavy year for all the people who are working on themselves. Yeah. And maybe not even knowing it, okay? But when you are working spirituality, okay, you know, yeah, it was highly spiritual year, okay, last year. The number of 9 in 2026 is the 10, okay? And as I said that, I saw another 10, yeah. So bounding with others, strengthen your relationships and connect deeply with those around you. But in this case, with the ones who are deserving of your energy, okay? Yeah, because that is important. Those people you will not be connecting with anymore, or isn't there anymore, aren't there anymore. They needed to make place, okay? They needed to go, okay? And some will be going naturally, okay? Some can die. Yeah, I saw that also, okay? And some will make their own decisions for, okay, not to deal with you anymore, just not to deal with you anymore because you are a spiritual being. Yeah, just not to deal with you anymore because they cannot handle it, they cannot take it. That is, okay, yeah, that is the kind of energy. And you will feel it when you are knowing your energy and God is working with you day and night. The universe is also there. I heard your parent, something with a parent, okay? Parent, I heard. Yeah. God's will, I'm hearing, okay? For you to remember. Okay, I'm getting it. Whoa. God is parenting you, okay? Yeah, God is parenting you. Yeah. For you to remember your soul. Yeah. Just like you are raising your own kid, okay? And giving them something, okay? Yeah. Something to remember, I heard. Yeah. Something to remember. Good things, okay? Giving the love. Everything what is free, okay? And love, universal language, okay, is free. It's just free. But you need to be in balance, okay? Your heart and your mind need to be in balance, okay? Those two need to be in balance. Otherwise, you're working, even though you have your subconscious mind, you are not working with a conscious mind, okay? You are working then with the ignorant mind. Yeah, unconscious, okay? Yeah, very ignorant, yeah. And I'm not saying it's an ugly thing to do, but most of the people that I knew, yeah, you know what, back then, whoa, very ignorant, but in a ugly way, okay, in an ugly way. That's why you need to read the room. You need to read energy, okay? You need to read who you are as a person at first, okay? That's why, I'm sorry, I love downloads, okay? Oh no tens, but I heard it. But I guess, I'm sorry, flipping, spacing, no, I saw a 10, okay? It was not a 10, but I saw a 10 again, yeah. But God is guiding you, okay? God is helping you. And when God is knowing that you are seeing the guidance, okay, God will protect you, okay? Yeah, God will protect you, okay? But you need to protect yourself also, okay? Because I know how people can be, okay? Yeah. It's not only about people. When you're knowing the bigger the bigger things, okay, what God is meaning, I know them in another reading, okay, I know. Because my purpose, okay, is for you to be awakened, okay, for you to know what a spiritual awakening means, okay, yeah, what it means. Because as I and many people went before you, okay, yeah, and maybe you're also seeing this reading, okay, yeah, watching, listening, and you're already there, then you know what I mean, okay, then you know what I mean, yeah. Healing, yeah. Mending the soul, focus on the healing and mending the soul to restore wholeness, yeah. I got solar plexus, okay, yeah, again, yeah. And a whole Kundalini awakening, but that will not come right away, okay? The Kundalini awakening, I know that. Man, the itching, yeah, in the bones, you know what, okay, yeah. Your whole backbone, yeah, itching, okay, yeah. But that is also something spiritual, okay? Highly itching. When you are healing, when you are getting a new energy, I heard when you are getting new supply, okay, yeah. And DNA, I heard, yeah, another DNA, yeah. That's your true DNA, okay? Not the other one, yeah, fixed, I'm hearing, yeah. Fixed energy, yeah. Yeah, no. One more card, okay? Then I'm ending this reading. Grateful, I heard, yeah. You need to be grateful, okay? For every lesson that you are learning, for every healing, for every balancing, okay? Be grateful, be thankful, okay? Yeah. Because this is the year of completion, yeah. A whole year of completing one cycle. You have that, okay, in your pocket, I'm hearing, yeah. It's your life. It's your life. Yeah, that song, okay? It is your life. It's not someone else's life, okay? When you are making that decision to choose yourself and for you to be ignited in a passion for you to remember who you are, my Lord, yeah. Just do it, okay? Just do it. And be focused. That's why the focus, okay? The focus on being whole within yourself, okay? When you are whole within yourself, okay, guess what will happen? That will boomerang to someone else, and another layer you'll learn. And then people will see that, even though people will be jealous, people will be envious, but there are people, yeah, you can be inspirational for, okay, yeah. And people are people, okay? You need to know who is getting you, who is admiring you, and who is jealous of your energy, who is jealous of you getting personal with God, okay? Because that will happen. And remember that also. But then again, God is here. The universe is here. Your whole your whole team is here for you, okay? Yeah, to go home. That is what I heard. But then again, okay, look at a collective, as a collective, okay? Because this is a collective reading. And when you are finding yourself back, okay, going within who you are at your core, and maybe not right away, but balance, okay? Balance, healing, balance, healing, balance, healing. Because that is how I got to know my soul, okay? Connecting with soul, yeah. And who you are, again, at your core, okay, yeah. And prosperity is there, okay, for the ones who are going into the new earth. And I will do another reading about that, okay, because, again, people are seeing new earth, okay, yeah, dividing, okay. It is a division, but we need to know it's not the division that's splitting the earth, okay. A pile of people who are conscious and who are not conscious, who are awakened and who are not awakened, okay? Yeah. But prosperity is for those, okay? Yeah. And the earth, okay, who are willing, who are willing to change themselves, who are also willing to change another being who is willing to change, okay? Yeah. Because that takes a lot of courage, okay? Yeah, that takes a lot of courage to do that, okay? Especially, yeah, when you're not able to use your voice, okay? Yeah, use the voice, okay? Use it. So, abundant growth, allow prosperity to flow into your life and support your growth, okay? So it's a whole domino effect, okay? I heard Spaceball. Why? Do you remember? Spaceball, okay? I'm not sure why. Spaceball. I heard Spaceball. Maybe for someone, just someone, one. Yeah, but this is your life, okay? You need to connect with yourself to connect with the world. Thank you. Whoa. You need to connect with yourself to connect with the world. Understanding that you need to do the work, okay, for yourself, okay, when wanting to connect in a good way, in an abundant way, in a holy way, okay, yeah. Connecting with yourself, yeah. Working with God, working with the universe, okay? Thank you again for watching the short video as I did with the fireworks, okay? And the likes and the subscribing, okay? Thank you very much and loving you all, okay? Hope you have a wonderful evening, okay? Until next time, until next reading, okay? Peace be with you and love you all, okay? Bye-bye.